I thought they'd expect the play to be run for me. Last year we ran the end play for me to get the shot. And I don't know what Jared's shooting on the year from 3, but he's shooting really well. We have a lot of confidence in Jared. He makes a lot of shots in practice and in games. And so in that situation, I think we were kind of using me as a decoy. And he got an open shot, and I told him after the game, I said, if we'd run that play again, I'd still have confidence in you to make it. So I had no problem with the call or the execution that we had in the play.
In terms of getting shots, were they doing something differently than Syracuse was the other night, or other teams have on you in terms of getting you openings?
Yeah, their offense looked really good tonight. Coach Sturgeon was saying that they did their foreign tour, so they got the opportunity to practice over the summer, and so that team had been together a while. And you could tell they ran, it seemed like 30, 40 different plays tonight, and they execute them really well. And we didn't start off the game again guarding the way we're capable. It seems to be a trend so far, as us not starting off games defensively very well. But I think we did a better job second half. They didn't get as many open looks. It seemed like they started to get the ball inside a little bit more in the second half, especially when they needed baskets and broken plays type of stuff. But first half we didn't guard the way we should.
But in terms of you getting shots, were they doing anything different defensively than? I mean, was Matthias just playing really denying shots?
Yeah. They didn't do anything special. They just played the regular defense. They seemed to load up the paint a lot. They made us throw out skip passes. But yeah, Matthias was just chasing me around all night, and there was nothing really special as man-to-man defense.
In terms of, oh, go ahead.
Kevin, you guys have lost 3 of 4. Is there starting to be some urgency just with you guys starting Big Ten play, just to get back, I guess, to winning consistently? Is that something that's on your mind?
Yeah, we know how long people have been here know how long conference play is. We know how many opportunities, especially this year, to get really quality and good wins. But we're in conference play, and coming up, there's going to be big games that we're going to need to win, starting with Sunday. And that's something we said in the locker room. This one hurts. It's on our home court against a really good team. We felt like we could have beaten, but conference play is really long, and we started off last year really well. We didn't end very well at all. And it's not big things. Every game it seems like it's just little stuff of why we're losing. Today, it seemed like we won almost every category other than we didn't shoot it as well as they did. And sometimes it just literally just comes down to making shots. And a lot of their shots were more open than we were. Again, I think that has to do with they played better defense in certain spots than we did, so give them a lot of credit for that, for making their shots. But it's not a big picture thing of why we're losing. It's a little stuff. Turnovers were a lot better today, but we just got to figure it out and put a whole game together.
Matt Pander was saying that they were taking the drive away from Darryl, and he said if he made a couple of those outside shots, they would have come out on him. With a kid like that who's so talented going to the basket, is there does he just have to find sort of a comfort zone in terms of where he can shoot, where he can score, and maybe not have the confidence he had in high school that okay, I'm open, I can hit the shot?
He definitely does, and I think he'll realize that pretty quickly of how well every Big Ten team knows each other. And I think there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to force him to prove he can shoot and make shots, and we think he can. That's just something I think, just confidence-wise, he's got to see a couple go in during games. But his strength is definitely driving in to the rim. And they say, when you play defense, you try to stop everything, you'll stop nothing. And so teams are going to make him shoot outside shots. Like you said, he's got to find ways to be effective. But it seemed like he was still getting to the rim. He was getting close shots, but he didn't shoot as well as he's capable tonight.
You said the past 2 games you guys have been coming out slow defensively. Can you put your finger on why that is?
Not really. It seems like a lot of time, we're changing defenses a lot. We got to be more locked in defensively, listen to what Coach Sturgeon is telling us to do defensively, and just being ready to play. It seemed like they got way too many open shots, just wide open threes. It seemed like the first 12 minutes of the game until we finally, told ourselves we need to lock in and guard these guys. And the second half, they didn't get nearly as many open looks.
Don, last question, please.
With Justin, if you look at the box score, it looks the same as a lot of nights. He's having, he's productive, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. When a guy is not shooting the ball well, and a guy like that, should he be trying to draw contact? I mean, he tried it on one play, got called for an offensive foul. But is that something as as a player when you're in a shooting slump? Is it, and is it hard to do? Is it hard to think, okay, I just gotta go get hit somewhere?
Yeah, I think Justin is in the unfortunate situation of the type of year he had last year, and going to the draft, doing all that, is that teams know about him now. And so kind of in a similar situation as Darryl, he's one of the first, 2 or 3 guys on his 1, 2, 3, on every team's scouting report. So he's getting a lot more attention. And I told him before the game today, he knows his shot's not falling right now. And we shot how well he can shoot last year from 3. I don't know, he shot over 40%. But we said to him, he's got to continue to try to get downhill and get to the basket because he's so long, he's so strong. When he's getting downhill, he's tough to stop. And he can draw fouls, he can do a lot. But right now, I think it's just a confidence thing. We know he still has all the ability. It's not like he wasn't in the gym this summer, wasn't doing anything, didn't get better. It's nothing like that. It's just he's got to find confidence in himself to realize he's still an NBA caliber player.